Good evening. Welcome again to In Concert. Our guest tonight is Betsy Mills, a harpist with a list of experience credits as long as my arm. Her first big start in the business was with Spike Jones. She toured with Spike and his band and made many records and on radio shows. After that, she returned to Los Angeles, where she worked the nightclub circuit. Shortly after this, she got her own television show. During this time, she appeared with such notables in the entertainment business as Eddie Cantor, Jack Benny, Red Skelton, and Lawrence Welk. Betsy and her husband have been Denver residents since last December, and according to her, they intend to stay. Let's now listen as Betsy Mills plays Till There Was You.
There were bells on the hill, and I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all, till there was you. There were birds in the sky, and I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all, till there was you. And there was music, and there were beautiful roses. They tell me in sweet, fragrant meadows, dawn and you, there was love all around, and I never heard it sing. No, I never heard it at all. I never heard it at all. I never heard it at all. Till there was you.
How long were you with Spike Jones? I'm sure everyone would like to know.
Well, I was with Spike just about a year.
About a year.
Mm-hmm.
And you were telling me before that you did somewhat more than just play the harp.
Well, yes. With Spike, one had to be very versatile, really. And on All I Want for Christmas Is My Two Front Teeth, I got to play the slide whistle.
Grand.
That was neat.
Yeah. And while you were playing, while the band was playing, when you weren't actually playing, you did what?
I knew you were going to get to this. Well, I knitted.
And did you...
Yards, and yards, and yards.
Did you actually knit, or did you just fake
I actually knitted, and the thing went all the way down the stand and out into the audience and up into one of the opera booths.
How long? And you did all this in a year?
No, actually, it had been done quite a bit by the harpists before me.
You didn't have to do this on your off
time. It was sort of a thing that each harpist inherited.
And while you were playing, you puffed a stogie.
I did. I hate to admit it.
I'm sure that when people have forgotten lots of things about Spike Jones' band, I don't think they will, but when they forget lots of things, they'll always remember the harpist with the big stogie in it.
You know, and the rough part about it was the curtain always went up, and you had to make a lot of smoke before the curtain went up so that they'd notice the smoke right away, and then when the smoke cleared, they saw the harpist, you know.
This didn't affect your harp playing? You didn't get ill or anything?
Well, no, really. It's actually, I think I made it better.
Well, now going from the slightly ridiculous to the sublime, you're now going to play the Swan by Camille Saint-Saëns.
Right.
I'm sure this is going to surprise a good many people because the Swan is a very famous cello solo, and it's a legato, and it sings.
And I noticed you didn't bring your cello.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm forced to do it
I have
myself,
my mouth
then.
organ out there. I could play that.
Well, we'll work on that for next time.
Okay. Sorry. Here's the Swan. As I was listening to it, I had some questions about what repertoire you have for the harp. I mean, what is available for you to play that fits in with what you like to do?
Well, really not too much. I don't know whether this is because the repertoire is lacking or whether it's because I've gotten sort of set in my ways and I like to arrange my own. But I think that the problem comes in the fact that I sing with the harp, and so the arrangements have to be made rather specially so that I'm not, you may have noticed, and maybe you didn't, and maybe a lot of people don't realize, that a harp has got 7 pedals. And each one of these pedals has 3 different positions. And while your arms are moving, your feet are moving all the time. And for a singer, this can make breathing problems, you see. So you have to make your arrangements around a breathing problem. For instance, if I know I'm going to move 7 pedals, you hold one note and you'll hope it stays until you get all the pedals moved.
I see. But you work generally with popular music and show tune music, that sort of thing?
Yes, I do, and I do love the classics, and I like to use them in a sense of variety. I like a show that has all different kinds of music.
Marvelous. Betsy is going to be joined now by Dave Jackson on drums and Buddy Smith on bass, and they're going to start out with what must be a harp classic, Tea for Two, and then they're going to play a medley of Laura and Stella by Starlight.
Picture me upon your knee, tea for two, two for tea, me for you for me alone. Nobody near to see or hear, friends, relations on weekend vacations, won't have it known, we on the telephone. Day'll break, I'll awake, soon to bake a sugar cake for you to take, for all the boys to see. We could raise a family, a boy for you and a girl for me. Can't you see how happy we could be?
I'd like to know a little more about these pedals. 7 pedals?
I'd like to know a little bit more about pedals, too.
Do they hold the tone? Is this what they're for, or do they change the key? Or
no,
what?
they have nothing to do with sustaining or anything of this kind like a piano. I think that probably the best way to explain it is to say the strings on the harp are equivalent to the white notes on the piano.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
They have no black notes.
How many strings?
Oh, like about
The white
43
keys minus the black keys. That's how
Yeah,
many.
it's about 43, I think, the last time I counted. They keep breaking all the time. It's hard to keep track. But when you move a pedal, can we see? D pedal, down here. Here's the D string. And when I move this pedal up, it makes all the Ds flat. When I move it down, it makes all the Ds sharp. It's fun.
That's a much more complicated instrument than I like that.
I thought you
Spike
would. I
taught
put
you
that in for you.
Well, we were talking about repertoire before. I presume that in the whole vast repertoire there must be one composer that really makes you flip, right?
Yes, there really is. Gershwin.
Gershwin. And that's a sneaky lead-in to a Gershwin medley with Dave Jackson, Buddy Smith, and Betsy Mills.
There's somebody I'm wanting to see. I hope that he turns out to be someone who watch over me. We'll build our little home just made for two, from which I'll never roam. Would you? And so all else above, I'm waiting for the man I One of the most exciting moments in the theater to me is when the curtain rises on Porgy and Bess and we hear Serena sing Summertime. Summertime, I believe it is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mommy's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. It's an impossible task for me to decide which one of Gershwin's melodies I like the best. But you know, I think that one that expresses the way George Gershwin felt about his life and his music might be this one. Days may be sunny with never a sigh don't care how many days go by. Birds in the trees sing their day full of song. Why should anything go wrong? I'm happy all the day, happy with my lot. How do I get that way? Look at what I've got. I've got rhythm, I've got music, I've got my man who can ask for anything more. I've got dainty in green pastures, I've got rhythm, who can ask for more? Old man Drummer, I don't mind him, you'll never find him around my door. I've got starlight, I've got sweet dreams, I've got my man, who could ask for anything more? Who could ask? Who could ask for anything Where are you?
Here I am. Right.
Don't leave me here.
I couldn't leave you until I completed my short course on the harp. I still want to know more about the harp.
All right, what would you like to know now?
I'd like to know how you tune it. Do you?
Well, there's a thing here.
I'm not trying to say it's out of tune. Don't misunderstand.
We in our family, we call this the wind-up.
Oh.
And while you're talking about it, you talk about it, and
You can use it as a corkscrew, too? It looks sort of like one.
No, but it makes a swell skate key.
Grand.
Yesterday, there was a terrible crashing noise, and I broke a 5th octave D, which I am now taking care of. Also, it makes a great weather vane.
Mm.
I'm about to give Weatherman Bowman some competition. You know?
Well, it's very sensitive to...
Oh, it's very, very sensitive to weather changes, heat, cold.
Is this all wood?
That's all wood, and that's hollow, and it's got all sorts of big metal rods going through what's attached here and to the thingamajig here.
Mm-hmm. And this thingamajig here
That
isn't really part of the
there
harp,
isn't really part of the harp. That's a microphone.
It's a handy thing for a harp.
It really is, because if there was a stand here, it would be in the way of the feet.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's up there, it's not right close for the low tones that you want to project, you know, and all that.
Well, Betsy, you do more than play and sing and make arrangements. I know that you also write novels.
Yes, I'm probably the greatest publisher of unpublished novels, greatest writer of unpublished novels that ever happened. I should become a publisher.
How many have you unpublished?
I've got 4 and 1 chapter of the 5th.
Oh, good. Does this have any effect on your music?
Oh, it has a terrible effect on my music, because every time I start writing about people, I visualize them suddenly bursting into song, you know, with a chorus of 40 fiddles, the way they do in musicals. And it keeps inspiring music. And as a matter of fact, one of the books, called Walk the Wall, has got almost as much music in it as it has words.
Really?
And it's got to become a book so that it can become a movie, you know.
Well, we'll look forward to it. I'll now leave you and the boys here to play another medley, beginning with Love Needs People.
I think the boys are resting on this.
The boys resting on this.
Yeah, they're resting up for a big finish.
They'll come back with you, though.
Oh,
Okay?
I'm sure. This is a song called Love Needs People, which really isn't such an unusual title when you get to thinking about all the songs that are written about love. People need love. That's pretty obvious. But did you ever stop to think that where would love be without people? So love needs people, too. In fact, the world's in a state of confusion. There's so much to disillusion. We've got to get love back in season by showing the whole world its reason. Love needs people, or it can't get along. Love needs someone just to sing love's old sweet song, to advertise the look that's in your eyes. Why, it can change your name. No other product can make this claim. Love of gas. And that all balances the world's confusion and the fuss. We need love, and love needs people like us. Love needs sunshine, it must have the light. Love needs faith, just to keep it shining bright. A fireplace to sit and talk and watch, your face reflecting tenderness, till I know that soon we'll be caressing and confessing that love needs laughter, children growing tall, and then after they've all grown up, we'll fall in love all over again, and you'll know then what this crazy world is made of. Love needs people, and people like us, people like us, people like us need love. Love and music are both international languages. I could sing of 4 different kinds of love, using 4 different kinds of music, and 4 different languages, and I'll just bet that you can understand everything I'm trying to convey. Come with me first to Paris, and we'll go down the steps into one of those little restaurants with a red and white checkered tablecloth and the wax dripping down on the candles. And we hear a typical French chanteuse sing of the love of a woman for a man. Chantons, chantons les amours des gens. Chantons, chantons les amours des gens. Rien qu'est-ce que charmant que j'aime. Rien plus aimable que j'aime. And at the Milan Opera House, we hear Tosca sing of love and art. Mother sings her child to sleep, just like mothers do all over the world. Guten Abend, good night, von England bewacht, Christkind mein Mann. Schlaf nun selig und gut, schau in Trans Paradies. Schlaf nun selig und gut, schau in Trans Paradies. Meanwhile, over in Ireland, an enthusiastic American tourist sings, just for the joy of living. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like the morning spring, and the lips of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, then the world seems bright and gay. But when Irish eyes are smiling, shouldn't it steal your heart away? No more will I go around the world, for I have found my world in you. I had a rather interesting experience when I sang this song for the first time. It's the title song from the book I mentioned, Walk the Wall. And the very first night that I performed it, when I went out to get my car, the man who brought my car was singing my song. And I was kind of scared, and I said, "Where did you hear that song?" He said, "Well, some fellas came out of the restaurant down the street a ways, and they were walking down the street, and they were singing it. It's kind of a catchy little tune, isn't it?" And I said, "Yes, it is," and I got in my car and drove home. And the tune that he was singing went like this. Walking, walking, walking on a wall that leads me to my Lord. Grumbling, stumbling, trying not to fall, and the truth is my only sword. I'm walking and I'm talking so I won't get scared of the things that are bigger than me. Praying, saying, forgive me if I dare to think men could be free. Walking, walking, walking on a wall that leads me to my Lord. Grumbling, stumbling, trying not to fall, and the truth is my only sword. I'm groping and I'm hoping someone up above will be my ever-loving guide, while I'm selling brotherly love. I feel so deep inside. Walking, walking, walking on a wall that leads me to my Lord. Grumbling, stumbling, trying not to fall, and the truth is my only sword. I'm reading and needing everything I can find that's gonna teach me how to pray, while I'm pleading, pleading for all of my kind, till they listen to what I say. Walking, walking, walking on a wall that leads me to my Lord. Grumbling, stumbling, trying not to fall, and the truth is my only sword. that adds up the daily toll. Sinking, shrinking from the mire and the mud that clogs man's heart and soul. Walking, walking, walking on a wall. It leads me to my Lord. Grumbling, grumbling, trying not to fall, and the truth is my only sword. Feeling, feeling every mile I trod in the sunshine or the rain. But I'm going, and I'm knowing I'll walk till God will bring that final train. Walking, walking, walking on a wall that leads me to my Lord. Grumbling, grumbling, trying not to fall, and the truth is my only
You've been entertained on In Concert tonight by Betsy Mills. Betsy, our deep thanks to you. It was grand. Thank you very much. We invite you to be with us next Wednesday at 9:30 when we'll present the Empire Lyric Players, who will present to you selections from their forthcoming production of Gilbert and Sullivan's The Pirates of Penzance. Until then, thank you. Good night.